Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rob's Rig. You know, I did a video the other day about what you should look to do if you're lifting your Jeep Wrangler to avoid problems, things to look out for, right? But then I got to thinking, what are the most trusted ways to lift a Jeep Wrangler, right? Which are the, I guess, best ways to go about it so that you don't have problems. So I did a little search, another little search so that you don't have to. And we're going to run through. There are actually 4 suggested options, I guess, depending on kind of what you're going to do with your Jeep Wrangler, what you hope to gain, and maybe the thing to avoid. And there's one that it claims you should avoid. So it says here, the most trusted ways to lift a Jeep Wrangler involve using complete suspension systems from Tier 1 manufacturers or factory-based performance kits, rather than cheaper spacer blocks. So the old block and spacer lift, right? And I've done these myself. They are the cheapest way to go because they're the least amount of labor, I guess, and really no parts. They're just blocks of metal, a spacer or two, and well, 2 actually, and a couple of blocks for the back, just steel blocks, and that's all you need. It says here, off-road experts and community consensus heavily favor specific paths depending on your warranty preferences, and that's important. You know, I think you have to have warranty. I mean, picture lifting your Jeep and then something horrible happens that's really expensive to fix and you don't have warranty. Nah, you don't want that. Driving habits and ultimate build goals. Things to consider when you're picking which one of these 4, I guess, that you would want. So what are they? Number 1, the dealer-backed path or the dealer-backed lift. Mopar 2-inch lift. It says the factory-backed Mopar 2-inch lift kit is arguably the most trusted choice for brand new Jeeps because it is an official equipment manufacturer OEM part. It is fully covered by vehicle warranty when installed by a certified dealer. That's got to be the best you can do, right? And you would hope that the dealership, who I'm guessing does a lot of these lifts, has some good expertise and knowledge in doing it. Not like a shop that lifts and modifies every vehicle out there, and maybe it's a one-off for them, who knows. The comprehensive kit replaces your stock suspension with premium, race-proven Bilstein monotube shocks featuring remote reservoirs, longer front control arms to naturally correct caster geometry, and taller coil springs. It is shipped in a reusable branded wooden crate and provides excellent handling for daily driving and light to moderate trails. And I'll speak about that box for a minute. You know, it's pretty cool. I've seen these boxes. I would tell your installer, if you choose to go this route, that you want that box. Bring it home. It's kind of neat to have around. Next up, number 2, the Overlanding and Daily Driving Standard, AEV Dual Sport. American Expedition Vehicles, AEV, is a premier OEM level supplier, heavily trusted for highway ride quality and load capacity. Their AEV Dual Sport 2.5-inch suspension utilizes frequency-tuned coil springs matched to custom valved Bilstein shocks. Instead of harsh aftermarket joints, AEV focuses on geometry correction brackets to drop the control arm mounting points back to factory angles. This eliminates brake dive and preserves a highly stable, precise steering feel at highway speeds. Sounds like a pretty good alternative to me. This is one of apparently the more recognized methods to do it. Let's see. Next up, the dual-purpose street and trail operation, or option, I should say. TerraFlex Sport ST. For a balance of plush road comfort and extreme trail durability, the TerraFlex Sport ST2, 2.5-inch again, or ST3, now you can get into the 3.5-inch lift, suspension systems are highly regarded. These systems feature preset fixed sport control arms that completely take the guesswork out of caster alignment. Alongside microcellular, we're getting technical now, microcellular progressive bump stops to absorb heavy impacts smoothly. To build out a premium setup, they are typically paired with high-end Falcon performance shocks. A lot of more technical talk in there, but a third option if you're going, and I think the first one, but a third option if you're looking to go with over that 2.5-inch lift. And I will say, so far, we have one left. It does seem like 2.5 is probably the recommended height. And honestly, you know, given taller tires and then the 2.5-inch lift, you're probably going to be about, I would say, 3 to 3.5, a little more maybe, inches of increased height anyway. So that's pretty good, I think. Lastly, the hard off-road pathway, metal cloak. Game changer, it says. If your primary goal is heavy rock crawling and maximum articulation, metal cloak is considered the gold standard by off-road enthusiasts. Their game changer system features a signature Kevlar infused Duraflex bushing that allows incredible rotational flex without binding, splitting, or transferring harsh vibrations to the cabin. So while you're out there bouncing around on all the rocks and things, I guess, you should have a pretty good ride. The kit includes fully adjustable control arms, a high clearance adjustable track bar, and extended brake lines to maximize suspension travel safety. That to me sounds like the granddaddy of all lifts that you can get if you're into big time off-roading. Noticeably there, it does not tell you what the height is, but we have a recap here that does. So this is a quick comparison, I guess, of the four. The Mopar OEM lift kit, best for warranty protection, typical height 2 inches, even though it had mentioned 2.5, I believe, earlier. Preserves factory warranty, includes reservoir shocks, geometry correction, extended front control arms are included. The AEV Dual Sport. This says that it's best for overlanding and daily driving, 2.5-inch lift, exceptional highway tracking and handling, and then geometry correction, high clearance correction brackets. So they correct by bracketry apparently. Next up, the TerraFlex Sport ST. And this one is best for balanced street and trail, 2.5 or 3-inch lift. I think, well, the last one is going to mention 3.5 as well. Modular design, works with premium Falcon shocks, preset fixed control arms. And lastly, again, the metal cloak game changer, best for extreme rock crawling. And I would only get into this one if you really are going to be doing extreme off-roading. 2.5 to 3.5 inch plus, it states, as far as the height, unmatched axle articulation and travel, and fully adjustable control arms and track bar. So there you go. Those are the four, I guess, most recognized options, at least according to the internet, that you can and probably should do with your Jeep Wrangler if you're looking to lift it at all. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've done any of these, and particularly if you've heard of any of them. Actually, for me, there's a couple I wasn't even aware of, so stuff like this is good to know, I think, if you're looking to lift. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.